The eruption of a giant underwater volcano in the Pacific Ocean near the island of Tonga has triggered tsunami warnings across the region.
The US and Japan have advised people on their Pacific coastlines to get away from the shore, while Australia's east coast has also been put on alert. No deaths have been reported. Russell Trott reports.
The tsunami left a trail of destruction across Tonga's archipelago. Many parts are completely covered in ash. With communications down, neighbouring countries are frantically trying to make contact.
We need to finally balance the need to get there quickly, but to make sure we also get the people and resources they need there as well. And in some cases, we have parts of Tonga we've just not even been able to establish communication.
The underwater volcanic eruption that triggered the tsunami, as seen from space, lasted less than 10 minutes, but caused waves of more than a metre high to crash into Tonga and Fiji. Plumes of gas and smoke are still pouring from the volcano, reaching 20 kilometres into the sky. Alerts are in place from the west coast of the United States to Japan, where people were warned to stay away from the coast if possible.
Usually when we get tsunamis on the west coast, it's due to earthquakes. So this is an exceptionally rare event where a volcano that was mostly underwater exploded and caused the tsunami across the Pacific.
The South Pacific eruption sent a shockwave around the world, with air pressure changes recorded as far afield as Canada and even Scotland. The concerns now are for the Tongans, who may not have scrambled to safety in time, and the fear that further eruptions can't be ruled out. Russell Trott, BBC News.
And those pictures of it exploding
amazing,
in the ocean. And if you look at it, there's an incredible picture on the front page of one of the papers, and we're getting to the paper review in a minute, so I'm sure we'll see it. You can see the size of it on comparison to
next to Australia. It's taken by a Japanese weather satellite, isn't it?
An enormous
Incredible
explosion,
Online, the New Zealand Herald leads with the devastating impact that we were discussing of that tsunami in Tonga, or near Tonga, which has had on the region. And there's that photograph, or one of the photographs that you were mentioning, Kat, which
I was going to
quite
say.
spectacular.
Shall we have a look at that? Was that?
Yeah.
Did we get to see it on the front page of the
That's
Times?
the
Here
Sunday
it is.
Times, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I mean, it's just the most spectacular shot taken from space of that eruption happening. Kind of down there's Australia, so you can see where it is, kind of geographically.
Gives you an idea of the scale as well,
you can see the
doesn't it?
scale of it, exactly. So, I mean, how's that? If you take a look at
It's a lot bigger than a big city, isn't it?
Yeah, just the most massive volcanic eruption underwater in the Pacific near to Tonga. So far, no reports of any death or loss of life or people harmed, which is good news. But obviously, the reception and the communication cables from Tonga have been disrupted by that. So I hope that
More
turns
will
out
emerge,
to be...
won't it?
Yeah.